what's up guys, Stan, and we're back in the 1LE. Got some truck updates coming for you guys a little bit later. Basically want to get everything together before that so it can be one build series, finished product. So been holding off. Feels good to be recording right now, to be back on the YouTube roll. Love doing it and everything like that. So I'm glad to be back. And today, as you can probably tell by the title, we are putting the Eibach Pro Kit lowering springs on the car finally. They've been sitting in the box for 3 months since Camaro Fest, I believe. So it's long overdue to get these on. The car's needed it since I got it. But anyway, this isn't going to be an install of the kit itself because there's plenty of videos, of really good videos. Lethal Camaro, when he did it on his car way back when, same springs. I believe his car has magnetic ride control too. I know the 1LEs are calibrated a little bit different, but when Buddy Greg's putting them on, he has a 1LE with the same springs that I'm putting on. No issues whatsoever. I know other guys with the same springs as well. No issues. I know they make the 1LE specific Pro Kit. Doesn't really make a difference. I believe the 1LE specific one is supposed to actually drop the car that it's a 3/4 of an inch or an inch. The 1LE specific actually does that because the magnetic ride holds it up just a little bit. I believe the dampening is a little bit different. But the Pro Kit, we're gonna figure out how much it really is on my car. I got the same tire setup. I know I have different wheels, but same tire setup, so that should help. I measured the car last night, the wheel gap, all 4 corners. They were about 2 inches a piece. I'll do it on camera so you guys can see it, so we can also verify together. And that'll be it. We're gonna go ahead, head to Greg. We can get them on. Might do a little time lapse while we're doing it. And then the next time you see me, after of course we do the measurements and the time lapse, will be me reviewing it. I might give the car a day or two to settle before I actually give my final review on it, since I got a few days before I want to upload this video. Well, let's go ahead and get into it and finally get this wheel gap going. Guys, so I'll stop real quick to get the measurements on the wheel gap before, just to make this official and scientific. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so as you can see, the whole intro I did was days ago. I'm at a completely different place. I'm at my shop, Attitude Street Cars. Working with Greg and getting this done. Pretty much my fault. Long story behind it. Greg, if you see this, I'm sorry. But I want to get it done. I'm ready to get it done. And I can get my alignment today, which will help me out. So I'm here. I'm gonna give these shocks a try myself. Might break it down a little bit. I know earlier I said it wasn't gonna be a step-by-step guide. I watched Lethal Camaro's video. If you want a guide on how to do the springs, watch Lethal Camaro. That's what I'm going to be referencing to the whole time. It was actually done by Eibach, so his was done by Eibach, so it's pretty good. Gonna get the wheels off. That was the problem with Greg, just hint hint. But anyway, we'll go ahead and get this done. I know I've made an intro like twice already, so let's go ahead and get this done and see what it looks like. myself. Shout out to Greg, who was gonna help me out and all that. I think I've said that like 3-4 times, but just appreciate him. He helped me making sure I did it right myself when I was doing it. Well, anyway, finally got everything done. Just want to give my thoughts. I'll give shots of the car here in a minute, but just wanted to give my thoughts on the whole setup. Driving the car right now on the new springs. Kind of got to drive the car to get the mag ride to settle. That's going to be the biggest issue when I show you the car, is me and not really getting, well, now I know now, I guess. I mean, I could have asked Greg or somebody else. The mag ride takes a long time to settle, and I've always known this. Like, I always tell people, like, when you take your car off the lift, or even when I did it the other day, talking to the guys at the shop, I told them it takes a while for the mag ride to settle. So if you have magnetic ride, it's gonna look weird. I just want to say that it's gonna look weird if you have just the regular suspension setup on the SS's and RS and i4, all that stuff. You'll probably have a better initial look. But like I said, the mag ride kind of, it plays games with your eyes. So, and when I say that, like I showed you when I measured the wheel gap, I measured the wheel gap after I got done just to check it out, just to see what it looked like before I actually recorded, to, you know, have an understanding of what I was about to tell you guys, stuff like that, just simple stuff like that. When I measured it, the wheel gap was the same, like almost pretty much exactly the same. So I'll take a step back, look at the car, and I'm like, look at the car. I know the car is lower. I can physically see it. Like when you approach the car, it just, like, the way I can look at the roof is different. Like, everything, it's just different. Like, you can physically see that the car is lower. And when you look at it, take a step back, not trying to pay attention to the wheel gap, but actually look at the ground clearance, it's definitely lower. So, like I said, I know it's lower, but I was like, that's weird. The wheel gap is still the same. I'm not gonna say I know geometry and all this other high-tech stuff that goes on, but it's lower, but the wheel gap's the same. It has to do with magnetic ride control. So, like I said, when you look at it, you're gonna be like, it's lower, I just put lowering springs on, but it still looks the same. It takes time. Like I said, I always reference Greg and his car. I told him the other day, his car has like almost no wheel gap. We have the same wheel and tire setup as far as sizes and everything, and same springs. And I know people are gonna say, well, you don't have the 1LE specific springs from the Eibach kit. You don't have to have those. The 1LE specific springs help. Really, to me, they're a gimmick. They're gonna work the same either way, because you can put these same springs on a mag ride SS car, and they work the same. The mag ride on a 1LE just works differently. The dampening and everything, the way it reacts is just different. The actual system itself is the exact same. So like I said, I feel like those springs are a gimmick. I believe they're the same price as the regular SS. I haven't looked since I bought mine, so I don't even really know how much they cost anymore. Like I said, I feel like they're the same. But even if they're not, whatever. I don't think they're necessary. I know plenty of people, not just Greg, I know plenty of people across the country who run these springs on 1LEs, no issues. I took my car to a dealership to get an alignment. They couldn't even do the alignment. But they haven't calibrated the car. I know other people who haven't calibrated their car, because you don't need to. Unless, I mean, I don't even know if it's free or not. I'm pretty sure it is, if you still have your warranties and all that stuff. But just stuff like that, like, it's not really necessary. What else? The feel. It feels just about the same. I will say I can feel the car tracking the road a little bit more. Like, I can feel it follow the grooves, and going over bumps is pretty much the same. Of course, you're gonna have to go slower over certain obstacles that you come across, but like I said, going over bumps is pretty much the same. And the actual way the car reacts, I haven't driven it hard yet because I want to get my alignment. So I still want to fill that out in the turns and everything like that. But just the 1LE aspect, I mean, honestly, when you're buying a 1LE, you're getting the dominance of the suspension, and that's the attribute you're getting the most out of in a 1LE package. So, of course, you don't want to lose that. Buying these 9 1LE springs, like I said, doesn't make a difference. It feels the same to me. I can say that road feel that I just referenced is probably going to be more beneficial later on down the road. I think that's something I like it. It just, only thing that I don't like about it, and I've never really liked it, and it's a problem really with the tires more than anything, is the car will follow the grooves. And the reason I say I don't like that, the grooves in the road, and the reason I say I don't like that is because a few times I've driven this car in some pretty bad rain. That groove, and when it changes and moves and stuff, will mess you up. It'll mess you up. Honestly, it'll scare you because the car just shifts so fast. And like I said, that has more to do with the I just saw another Camaro, so I got distracted. That has more to do with the wheels and tire setup and the width than it does the suspension. But I will say I feel that more with this suspension, probably because the center of gravity's lower and maybe some characteristics have changed. But other than that, easy install. I will say, if you watch Lethal Camaro's video, like I keep referencing, I would highly recommend that. That's what I watched throughout the process of doing my springs, before and during. But I will say you do need a lift. A lift will definitely make this 10 times easier. I can see you doing it on your back or on some, if you get those little garage lifts, those mini lifts, that would be fairly easy with one of those. With jack stands, it can be done. It can be done, but it's going to be tough. And I didn't use a big spring compressor machine. I know in Matt's video, he referenced the spring tools, which are just like the 2 little arms that kind of click into the springs and compress it down. So when you take the cap off of it, it doesn't blow up and crush your face. So I use those. They work great. Pretty easy to use. I mean, I already knew how to use them, but just saying, on the mag ride and these particular springs, just for anyone else who's looking to, hey, I can do this at home, I can do this at a buddy's shop, but he doesn't have the spring compressor, you can do it without the spring compressor. Just make sure you have the right tools and you're still being safe and everything like that. But it is still a little nerve-wracking because you're like, what if this thing doesn't hold? You don't have, I guess, the security of that big spring compressor machine, because it's all secure and everything like that. But like I said, easy install. I had some technical difficulties getting my wheels off. That's taken care of now. Once I got past that, it was very easy. Crushed it in no time, and I'm happy with it. I'll show you the car here in a minute, and I guess that'll be about it. I'll close the video out, but like I said, appreciate it, Eibach. Appreciate it, Fast Tech, way back from Camaro Fest. Finally got these bad boys on. Let's go ahead and check out the car. Alright, so here it is. Car with the lowering springs. And like I said, when you actually look at the profile of the car, you can see it is lower. And I just know, for me, from my own perspective, I can approach the car and the roof line right here is way different. Like, just the view of it and how I see it with my eyes. But that's just like I guess that's just me. But like I said, can definitely see some changes, some differences. So I'm pretty happy with it. Like most people know, I run the Novice Stretch front cover on, and like I just realized, I took it off before I made the video, that getting my hand in between the wheel and to get the snap clips off, the snap rings off, was really, it was different. It was hard to get in there. And unfortunately, I left my tape measure at home, so I can't really give you guys a scientific explanation I was gonna give, because I measured it wrong. Like, all right, for example, I measured the wheel gap to see how much it would close up, but I should have measured from the bottom of the side skirt. That'll give me the true difference of the drop, and that's what I should have done. Lesson learned. I don't know, I mean, I won't be lowering this again, but I mean, if anybody else wants to, you know, see if it really lowered, like I said, you want to measure from the bottom line of the body, because that's going to stay consistent. You're I mean, of course you have to find some flat ground, but the wheel gap, I mean, you could be sitting, the ground could be different, or the way the car's sitting could be different, but that if you're on a even surface, that bottom body line, whichever one you choose, just make sure you pick the same one. I'll probably do the front one and the back end of my side skirts. That's what I would have done. That'll stay consistent throughout when you're trying to measure. But I mean, just looking at it, it actually looks way different. Now that I'm just sitting here looking at it, just while I'm talking, I can definitely see the difference. And another thing that I like about it is it pushed my, even though I don't think my wheels are perfectly straight, it pushed my fitment out and my tires out a little bit, just to show a little meat. The rear is still kind of tucked, which I'm okay with. I don't want to run spacers. I'm not really. Actually, it's pretty close. So that's one thing I did want to see before I thought about, you know, buying spacers, is let me lower it first and see how it changes the wheels and how it makes it look. But there's the good old 1.0 Leaf, finally getting this video done. I feel like it took forever. I'll chop this up and upload it real quick. But if you like this video, good news about the truck, quick truck update. If you're watching this, I have a 2002 Silverado that I'm doing a build on. Anyway, long story short, finally got the money, had some technical difficulties and some unforeseen issues with the transmission. The 4080 has to be rebuilt, but I figured everything out. We're getting that taken care of. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks we should be starting on that, so I have some uploads on that. That's going to be really fun. That's my project. That's my project truck. That's my love. I love this car too, but the truck's just tons and tons of fun. Well, anyway, I appreciate you guys for watching. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Everybody have a good day.